All right, welcome everybody. We are coming to you live from the country music city, Nashville, Tennessee. But we are also coming to you live from Poland today. We are going to take a behind the scenes look at how it all comes together. Modular buildings, hotels and housing for a global market. A team built on mutual trust and respect, following the principle, strength in unity. We're going to have Krzysztof Droszcz on the show. He's the architect, founder, and partner and co-founder IQ Module, Bud Investment Group, head of technology and design development, and most of all, U.S. and international market representative and international expansion manager. He has over 13 years of experience in modular projects. We're also going to have Barbara Labage on, QC and international communications manager, supervisor and supervision of incoming materials, quality control of supplied materials, warehouse management, implementing the U.S. standard procedures, over 5 years of experience on European and U.S. modular projects. And we also have Mateusz Semka. He is an architect, BIM manager, and scriptwriter for Revit software, responsible for design and technology coordination and building information modeling software. And guess what? Not just one, Mateusz. There's two. We also have Mateusz Orlewski, and I know I butchered that and he's going to kill me, but that's okay. Production manager. He coordinates the processes at the production floor, working closely with subcontractors, overseeing and managing projects from bare cage to finished modular buildings. Over 5 years of experience on the European, US, and Canadian modular projects. That's right, they are a global builder, building projects all across the world. So this is going to be an exciting conversation because we're not just talking to Krzysztof, we're talking to his team members that help make it a reality each and every day. But first, we need to thank our sponsors. First off, Forward Solutions Group, Ben Hershey, for allowing us to deliver these examples of construction innovation. Forward Solutions Group is successfully driving companies to succeed where others have failed. Learn more about Forward's recent acquisition about Moducore, an ERP solution for offsite manufacturing. You want to contact Ben to learn more. Ben at forwardsolutionsgroup.com. And do not make a mistake about it. Forward Solutions Group is an international company. They are working around the world, not just here in the United States. And also a big shout out to Howick Ltd. Howick has a long history of innovation in cold form steel manufacturing and produces innovative precision roll forming technology for customers throughout the US and the world. Check out their machine buyer's guide for off-site modular construction or fast build construction with light steel for framing. Please check out their website, howickltd.com. All right, without further ado, let's jump into it. It is cold in Poland. We got Krzysztof, Barbara, and Mateusz. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, we're great.
Hi.
I guess we're
Hello,
great.
everyone.
Hi.
We're doing great.
It's a little bit cold. Yeah, as you mentioned, you're in Nashville. I have forgotten my country hat as well, but
Wow.
it's cool. It's about 6 o'clock p.m. in Poland. It's freezing, like
Getting
zero,
dark.
maybe yeah, it's like 0 Celsius, getting dark a little bit. So we're here. Oh,
Well, you know
waiting for
what? I
guys,
mean,
yeah.
so, we had a little pregame warm up before the show today, and it may be getting a little late in the day. You might have had a big meal, but I mean, Barbara was dancing around the whole facility. Everybody seems excited and happy to be able to showcase what we're doing. And you know what? Just a big shout out to you and your entire team, because having a little break from the norm after everything that's been going on with Ukraine and what have you, I hope this gives you a little break from the norm and we have some fun today.
Yeah. I think that's something that we need anyway.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. For sure. So, Krzysztof, why don't you go ahead and give us a quick introduction, tell us a little bit about IQ Module, because that's only one portion of the entire businesses that you are a part of, and your team and your co-founders, as well as the people standing next to you. And just so everybody knows, we're going to be pulling up some BIM modeling right on the screen, so don't go anywhere. You want to stay tuned for this. This is going to be your opportunity to ask some real questions of people that are doing it overseas and building internationally. Go ahead, Krzysztof. The floor is yours.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, I mean, we've been on the show second time. The first time that we been here like a year ago. We're just finishing this facility. It's one of our facilities. It's a facility. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. All good.
Sorry, yeah, I had some interruptions in the microphone. I'm sorry. So this facility here belongs to IQ Module Wood Invest Group. We're in Droszcz. It's in north of Poland, and since we have talked about a year ago, there's been a lot of changes in our company and in our group. So I think that's something that we have to clarify and maybe get you to some information that's stabilize our group, the whole thing of what we do. So we have three actually major cores in our company. It's a modular building company. That's actually the one that we were standing in here. We have also a steel structure company and energy solar power company that's supporting us with us in the market with solar panels. And we have an architecture and engineering team based in Gdansk that's preparing all the BIM and architecture drawings using Revit BIM software. So we have team up with an IQ Module Bot Invest group, which we represent at the moment. So this is a group that combines all our advantages that we have in our group, in our best teammates that we're gonna present to you today. So this is actually the rough story of what we do and what has changed in a year time, because we have just collected all and put the best that we had in one Bot Invest IQ Module group.
Sure. And again, I think this is so great because it's really showing your diversity. It's showing a lot of vertical integration with the products that you're building. It's showing your ability to incorporate solar and other things into your products. So I think it's absolutely wonderful that you kind of are managing so many different things with your team and Bud Investment Group and others. So, all right, so let's walk through what we're going to see today. So we will be walking through a couple of the units that we're looking at in the manufacturing facility there. The facility you're currently in is a steel modular manufacturing facility, correct?
Yes, I can extend that. Well, this is an assembly facility. It's a late afternoon as well, so it's closed. So it's not being a lot of people moving around. So this is where we are. This is an assembly facility where the steel cages are coming in to us, actually ready welded. So this is a part where we assemble the materials on the steel cage modules. What we see here behind, these are some projects that we do for the Red Cross at the moment. It's been a lot of mess in the world around, and there is a huge need for some supportive modular, volumetric, or whatever else solutions to help people everywhere around the world. Either it's the refugees from Ukraine or other people in need. So we cooperate with the Red Cross German branch at the moment. So this is something that we do, and we try to concentrate and focus on doing at the moment. We have some bigger projects going on, flowing and preparing, and so we do whole different stuff, from wood structure modules, steel structure modules, to light gauge steel structure modules as well. So there's a huge variety of what we do in volumetric modular solutions.
Sure. Great. Yeah. All right. So before we get into the BIM modeling and bring Matthias on, let's see what Barbara has to say, because quality control. I mean, listen, there's no stress in that job. I couldn't imagine. So, Barbara, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and what your everyday roles are at the company, and we're dying to hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay. So hello to everyone. And I'm a QC person here in IQ Module Bud Invest Group. So my duties include, but not limited to, making sure that these end products, so our units, are built up to the standards and the required standards. So this is very important. Here at factory, I'm also implementing the internal QC procedures. I'm responsible for preparing specifications, quality control protocols, testing checklists. So so that it's up to the standard, and we understand that the end product, that the modular unit needs to be compliant. So that's my bread and butter here.
Yeah, I love it. You know, but it's bread and butter is a very important part of eating the sandwich, in my opinion. You know, so I mean, you need both and all the ingredients to get it right. And quality control is such a huge thing for any manufacturing facility. So I love that you're in charge of it. I think it's probably a wonderful position for you. All right, and so let's move across over here to the other Matej, but we're going to call him. What do you want to be called for the conversation?
You want to talk with Matej, right? Yeah, sure.
No, I mean, that's fine. I'm the production manager here at IQ Budinvest, and apart from all the works related to all the prep works that we need to perform in order to start production, I'm also in charge of getting all the people understand that whatever that lady is talking about, she knows what she's talking about, and they implement all the thoughts that she can get on these modules behind us.
Right. Exactly. So we are making sure that the work is done, but the work is done properly.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the essence. This is something that we can live without. I mean, this is a finished product, quality control, and that's it. And that's the most important thing at the end for the client, for sure, and certification. Because Barbara not only is responsible for quality control, but also for U.S. certification and U.S. standards implementation to our company. So the standards that we're going to bring and the standards that we're going to present to U.S. companies, and that we've been working and cooperating with a lot of companies in U.S. at the moment, preparing a lot of projects in the future. These guys here actually are going to be responsible for our certification process for actually getting this floor being an U.S.
compliant
area. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So let's talk about this team a little bit, right? Because this is only a small portion of the entire team that you all get to work with, and we know it takes the entire team at the factory to really roll it out the door. Krzysztof, how important is your culture in your factory of the people? Because I'm just watching the three of you, and I have to tell you, it seems like you actually really like each other, and that's fun.
That's right. That's correct, Dave.
Exactly.
We're like a huge family.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the most important thing is to get everybody around feel like home. I mean, everybody has something to say. Everybody actually knows what to do in the company as soon as it feels comfortable in it. So I think that's the most important thing. And no treating people in a different way because of anything that they expose. I mean,
sure.
Just we can rely on each other. That's the biggest advantage in this.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it starts from from the client contact through the design and the production processes, and actually giving away the product to a client, and execution. Yeah, exactly. Execution the product at the end. We have to trust each other through the whole process.
Sure.
I mean, there's a big team as well. There is I mean, we've been gathering team very carefully through last, let's say, 2 years, and getting the right people to the right place, I guess. Yes. And that's it. I mean, everybody is perfectly fitted to what they are doing here. I mean, and I think this the most important thing.
Perfect. Well, let's talk about design. Let's talk about the customer experience. How does it begin? And then let's get into the design side of this. How does the process begin for a project for you? And how do you know your customer? How does your customer find you? Or are they all existing customers that you're just doing more projects for?
So there are two ways of getting a client. I mean, one way is to get to the client directly through our factory facility. And the second way is to get through architects and engineers. So we have both in our company. We have an architecture firm, engineering firm, and we have a production and sales team. So whenever a client goes to either of our group members, we get to produce the product for him, right? So I mean, the most important thing is to convince the client that we are ready for modular production processes through the high class standard design and module making and quality control.
That's
so
right.
you see, it's really
Combine-
important at the end.
combine it all.
Combine it all. So
Yeah.
in my opinion, talking with a lot of American companies at the moment, I mean, in my opinion, the most important thing is to get the design and production drawings correct, right? I mean, the BIM management, BIM software, and BIM design, it's the first step to get the project done correctly. Whatever we do in our design process, we can always check the sorry, I've lost the word. We can always we can avoid mistakes by getting detailed module
Right.
detailed model of the project, and check if the installation and structure, everything combines together, and then
Sure.
we can actually check it at the end of the building process when we execute the project. So how we reach the client, actually convincing him through the architecture, nice building, and the second, technology, through the whole process of advantages of modularity. As you know, probably all know, the cost efficiency of modularity is huge. It's just the way how we show it, and that's just how we calculate it, and that's
Perfect.
it.
Well, let's hop into the BIM and the digital twin. I think this is a good leeway. Let's start showing how you're designing, the tools that you're using to show your clients what's happening, but also to be able to manage the quality control. You like that, Barbara? Man, the BIM tool allows Barbara to manage the quality control and gives you an exact replica of what's supposed to be built on the floor, so you can compare and make sure things are being done to the level they need to be done. So why don't we bring in Matthäus and have him show us that, and then Maddie, I appreciate you as well. Coming on. Maddie, I know you're going to move to a camera role, so when we walk around, but make no mistake, Maddie is still with us. So if you have questions, he can answer those questions. So I love it. All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, there he is.
Hello.
Hey, Matthäus.
Hi.
Matthäus, thank you for joining us too. Matthäus, why don't you just take 2 seconds, and you can take longer than 2 seconds. Why don't you take a few moments, tell us a little bit about what you do, what your role is there. And I can tell you already in my 30 minutes of knowing Matthäus, he's a fun guy. Watch this. You have fun. Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am basically architect and BIM manager in our architectural part of the company, and at the daily basis, I train everyone in the company how to use our software. I come up with the best workflows we can think of to get the best projects. I'm also an architect. I design some of our projects, and that's it. I think.
Yeah,
Perfect.
no, it is perfect, and I wish my Polish or any second language was as good as what all four of you can speak. So I commend you very much for that. All right, so let's hop into this. Let's see some of your modeling. Let's talk about the design process. Maybe you can walk us through a little bit about what you're showing us on the screen and what the workflow is. Is that feasible?
Okay, so maybe I will share my screen.
Yep.
So here it is. The daily basics, we, as you know, use Autodesk Revit BIM software to maximize our efficiency. This building, this project, as you see, is part of the larger residential complex. If you want to see how it looks in the context, it's like this. We are really proud of that project. And here is the model that we made to make it happen. As you can see, we have modeled in detail every window, every architectural detail, every railing, and also we have the HVAC projects and ducts that are provided to us by our subcontractors.
So this ductwork and this HVAC that you're showing us is to scale to where the framing is and everything, so you can visually see if you're having any issues with the mechanicals not working with the framing portion of the building. Is that why?
Yes. As you can see, if I make a quick section, that ducts and pipes intersecting with in conjunction with our model, you can see that everything fits perfectly. If it wouldn't be, it would be immediately noticeable to us, and we could easily find out about it. It's especially for me important in the places like garage, underground garage, like places like here. So it's like a lot of conjunctions of pipes and constructions elements. This would be nearly impossible to make flawlessly without 3D modeling software on the 2D drawings.
Yeah, for sure. And let me ask you, so Mateo, do you do all of this, or do you have mechanical engineers that work with you alongside to implement this design?
Actually, we as a company, we designing the architectural part of that project, and the mechanical and HVAC systems are our subcontractors. They provide us their models, and we combine it together into one model.
Yeah, perfect. And how does this start off from a framing perspective? You know, because you're using metal framing, and where I'm going with this, and Krzysztof, you can jump in on this as well, is you don't have to be a fully robotic manufacturing facility to get the efficiency. To me, the efficiency from all of our travels globally and across this country really come by, you know, the process in which you begin, and that is this digital twin, the BIM modeling and 3D modeling. It saves a lot of work at the end. So what are your thoughts, Krzysztof?
Yeah, I mean, the word of explanation, this project in particular here that Mateusz is working on, it's a precast concrete system. It's not a wood or steel frame system.
There you go.
Just a project that he's working on, a fresh project. So if you can jump to a modular project, Mateusz, that you had before on the screen, you can show the framing and the structure of it with all the BIM modeling. So this is how it goes, because we have chosen this project because it's just behind our backs here, and this is what we are producing at the moment with a lot of quantity at the moment. So this is how it's being designed for production, particularly. Yeah. So we have a structure. This is actually a wood structure because, as I mentioned, we have wood and steel framing structure modules. So this is a wood module which we're dividing into pieces and getting to. Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly. So this is what we came up with a wood schedule with. Exactly. So Mateusz, you can talk a little bit more about that.
Okay, so basically the best the things that we can get out of that 3D model is like this. It's like we can easily with the every beam modeled, we can assign it to colors and make that kind of schemes that we can provide to the factory, and it is clear to all the workers how it should be assembled together.
Plus, there are assembling modules. Exactly, you have all the drawings being parted. If you skip here, so you have like a regular assembly elements. If you can skip, Mateusz, to a BIM model for the
Okay.
Installation, the installation inside. Yeah, exactly.
So are you panelizing all those different colored parts and then putting them together once the framing's in place?
There are two ways. First thing is we can panelize it and deliver the whole wall into the system, or we can create. It just depends on how we proceed with the project. We can make the entire frame assembly and then do it as in steel structure modules on the production line. Mateusz, if you can go to Enscape and show the module.
Okay, the best part, because
there you go.
That 3D model also provides us that kind of 3D walkthrough that can be sent as an Excel file to the factory, and actually everyone could wander around and see if everything matches. So
and every project is being done in 3D dimensional software that we can actually show the clients, show the inspection engineers. We can show it to the factory workers. They can actually see, as you see here, they can see all the installation going through. Every bits and bob is being modeled, and this is all connected to our Revit BIM software. So it's very easy. Whenever you change in technical drawings, it appears here in 3D animation model as well.
So so this is the point I've been trying to get across now for a while. This is so important because anybody on your team, Barbara, Maddie, anybody can then grab their iPad or their computer, walk in any one of these units, and it should look exactly as it looks there when you look at the piping and the layout. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's accurate.
That's correct.
Right.
I'm going to give it to QC manager. Let's go.
Exactly. We can also incorporate it into a program or a software. We can upload it on our iPads or iPhones, and we can walk through the factory and we can check if the stage or the element installation, whatever, is done, and we can send that to the client.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, that is such a big deal. If you're still using paper, I mean, this is where you're losing a ton of time and money, right? Because you're fixing so many problems in the field, and they can all be fixed digitally before you even get to it. And then I'm sure it's not a perfect process in the factory either. These are humans still putting things together, but this allows you to catch anything before it goes out the door, and that's what's important here. And this is where time is money.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. BIM software, it's a solution that is going to save money, save time, and building efficiency. Like production efficiency, it's a cost efficiency. So whatever you design well and in detail, and be prepared for I don't know, even the waste management. Everything actually is going on in this process is being well prepared and scheduled. So you have at the end, producing 300 modules, you have enough materials, enough waste management used to build another 10 or 20. It's just a way that you use materials and how you use the waste to implement the next module. So you design it carefully, you cut the pieces carefully to use it again. Sure.
And what are we looking at here? Can you give me some dimensions, widths, exterior wall to exterior wall? Walk me through a little bit. That's probably going to be in metric though, huh? That's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll do the math.
Guys, I have an idea. When you walk around, we can show in the same time the real thing.
Let's go. There you go.
Let's go.
Let me see if I can switch you guys up with the real thing. Let's see if it makes a difference here. We're going to try all kinds of new stuff here. Give me 1 second. Go ahead and Matej, and put yours back up there. There you go. Let me do a quick, see if I can switch this around.
Exactly. So.
All right.
So this is the one, right? I mean, pretty much the same module. So what we're actually looking at in Mateusz.
Yep, I see it.
There you go.
Yeah, right there in the corner.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find a better way of doing this. Nope. I'm trying, Matej, but this is new to me on this one. There you go.
All right.
Side by side. I've never done a BIM walkthrough.
Exactly. So walk around with the camera, and you're gonna walk around with your BIM model. But this is it. I mean, this is the module. You can see that.
Yep.
Please
So
guide me because
It's
I'm-
been nearly
I'm-
finished. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay.
this is a 500 feet square. It is 500 square feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
500
Okay.
square feet. A module house, 2-bed, bathroom, kitchen. It's going to be fully furnished, fully equipped.
Right.
Just,
Right.
just like normally, modules should work, right? So
Yeah.
it's being all painted white at the moment, but the tires are coming. They're actually done. There are some. Yeah, the bathroom
The tiles
is
are
nearly
already being
as
done?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what-
Some of it. Yeah.
Walk me through the design of the structure, if you would. So on these, are they wood or steel structures?
This is actually the steel structure module where we are at. The model that Mateusz is actually showing is a wood structure. It's not a big difference. It's a matter of client and certification. Some markets required wood, some markets required steel frame structures. So we react, and we are flexible in that matter. So this is only the structure difference for us. It doesn't matter, because here in this assembly facility, whatever it comes in, if it's a steel structure, light steel frame, or wood, we're just gonna fit it. It doesn't matter for us here. So this is what it is. So the structure, the steel structure, what it came. I don't have a drawing for this. I don't think we have a model now, but Mateusz can show. But we delivered BIM structure model of steel frame that is being welded either by robots or manually by welders according to our drawings. It's a very detailed process, calculated, designed as efficient as we can. So this is a process that is being done in BIM as well, calculated in Tekla software, modeled in Tekla, and imported to Revit software. So we use a lot of kinds of software. It depends on the product.
What is your time from when you actually have a drawing signed off to actually building it and putting it out the door?
The drawing itself, the design itself, it depends on the size of the project. It takes from 2 to 6 months. So a little house like that, we have most of it like a standard. So we standardize frames, we use standard procedures, standard drawings, and we can do it actually from day to day. If you order tomorrow like 30 houses, we're gonna start tomorrow ordering materials, and in 4 weeks we're gonna start production. Let's say we have a floor ready for you, because now we don't. So this is how it does. If we're talking about the bigger projects, it's about 6 months to prepare the drawings, to get all the documentation, permits, and everything, to prepare the documentation for ordering. And for materials to actually be checked.
All the materials checked, verified, and obtained. So it takes a while,
It's
especially with the materials.
Yeah. Let's say you get like it's again 30 module hotel. It's gonna take like, let's say 4 to 6 months. If you have 30 modules of this 500 square feet. I'm not thinking feet. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
Exactly, a metric. So you can get it tomorrow. Yeah. So that's a difference.
Sure.
Yeah.
And talk to me a little bit. I know this is some Red Cross projects that you're working on and some needs, but overall, what is the financing like where you're at in Poland for offsite construction? Do people find it harder to finance, or are there more lenders willing to work with you to build this way?
I'm not sure if it's harder. I mean, for sure, it's not understandable fully by banks, by like bigger lenders. It's much easier to finance it from your own pocket, or if you have a investor, like a financial investor, like a private equity or something.
Sure.
There's always a problem of actually having all the checklist done by bank officer. That's the biggest problem we have. So
Sure.
most of the projects that we do, they are being paid by the client, and some of it is just being paid by us. So we cover some costs as well.
And what about the inspection process and the code process? We here in the United States, we're pretty far behind, what's written in the code for, modular or offsite construction. Is your codes written in a way for inspectors to be able to get through the approval process as you're building these?
Well, most of it, what we do is being checked and approved on site. So what we are producing, it's like a built material, built. It's been just a little. I mean, how to explain it? It's a part of product being assembled on site. So whatever we do, I mean, according to Polish codes, whatever we do, we have right to build it here in the facility.
We have it covered.
Yeah, we have it covered.
Because we are building up to the specifications, right?
Exactly.
To the manuals and the instructions.
So there is no inspection going on by the Polish law. But when you are on site, it begins all the process. So they actually check your module if it's done correctly, bit by bit, because you have to sign it off that everything is covered. It's being done according to the law. So actually sign it with your certificate, and actually it's a legal law that protects as well. Yeah, so it's
Sure. Wouldn't I don't know if they're doing it or not, but wouldn't it be great if the inspectors in the field could also use the 3D BIM modeling software to just look at it that way and know for sure that it was done?
There is a plan of actually implementing it. So no, we work in our like an architecture environment. Like you have AI, we have our own IRP, and we are working on implementing BIM software as a standard. So bigger buildings, bigger scale buildings, they are required to be modeled in BIM, and an inspector engineers has to get some experience in it and actually use it, but in most of the projects is not required.
Right. So let's go to a question from Joel Hutchins. I don't know if you know Joel, but Joel understands BIM and parametric and geometric design. He says, great use of BIM. How are you utilizing digital fabrication or manufacturing automation? And secondly, can you talk through the process from BIM to manufacturing?
That's a huge one.
Yeah, that's a huge one. That's a good question, Joel. Hi,
it's Joel. Yeah, well, don't get him started because I'll never get off my show today. So don't give him too much. Now go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what we actually use in our facility, most of it is a manual fabrication. It's not automation. It's being finished when the cutting all some pieces of the boards and things like that being done. But most of it is an assembly line. So, but whenever we use our subcontractors and we actually get our some parts of the modules or frames being done in some automation factories, we use BIM modeling in different software entirely. So it's just a matter. I mean, it depends on the project. But secondly, can you talk through the processes from BIM to manufacturing? I mean, this is it's all being different from the project to the project. We cooperate with a lot of different companies, either in US, Poland, Germany, and it all depends on the project. So we can use BIM in every stage of the simple concept design through the production drawings, and then ordering, putting all the pieces together, getting the specification being as detailed as possible to get as if you order materials and you have an exact count, that helps you to prevent failures and some miscalculations. So this is what we use BIM mostly at the moment. So all the material schedules, whatever we're using, it's helping us to do that. But I think the most important thing in BIM in our company is actually that we can communicate all the junctions, pipes, and with structure, and every little piece of the design we can check in the real life. This is what we use BIM for most of the times, and showing the client the product before it's done.
Yeah. Right. And to scale. I mean, that's the difference here. It's to scale, and they can visually see it.
Yeah, but in the process of automation that we are trying to implement, every month, every year, getting something new, we use BIM much more and more. Cooperating in different companies, when we, for example, do the production drawings for different companies, they use also BIM in their purposes in a different way. So there's a huge scale. It's a huge question, actually.
Yeah, and from a production perspective, it is also very good to use BIM, since whenever there is a change from a client's wish, we can all get informed about that change. So we are all on the same page when there is a change in the product.
In a big project, the change orders are a common thing.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, especially on the bigger ones.
So what just real quick, this is an important point to make. So a change order comes in, however that's handled, it gets entered into the BIM by Matthäus, sitting with all the engineers and architects that are working on the project. How do you get notified, Maddie and Barbara, in the field that a change happened on the line when you're doing your walkthroughs and QCs and all that? How do you know that happened?
Well, first of all, we work on the Revit server. Revit server connects companies, subcontractors, our phone, iPad, or whatever, right? Yep. So it depends on the project as well. Of course, in the smaller project, it's not a big problem. We just send our files and then we go to the field. But if it's a bigger project, you can always have a alert telling you that there is a change, and you can actually see the change live. Mateusz is changing some stuff. He's just saving it on the Revit server. So the other Mateusz actually knows how to put it on the module. And Barbara is running there, checking if he's doing right.
Yeah,
right.
That's the bottom line. I'm just checking all these guys.
So we're only, 4 of us here making all the job.
They're doing everything. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think tens of people behind that. So this is a complicated story. Yeah.
Well, but the thing is, and this is what I want to get out to people, it's about the process. It's not about how high tech you are all the time. It's about the process. And you can start as simple as digital twins, BIM modeling, lasers. You don't have to go full, blown out robotics and high tech on a floor. If your process is dialed in, you can produce a lot. And I think that's what I'm hearing here. And you guys have an assembly line approach that gives you the same ability as an automaker and other people to really move stuff through the line in an expedited manner with quality control in place.
Exactly. Yeah. Well put.
I don't get it right often, but when I do.
That's right? Well put. That's
it's like a Dos Equis commercial. All right. So we got a couple of comments here. Janusz, so proud of my friend Basia and Maddie. So that was nice. So thank you, Janusz. Henry Mickelberg said they must be smart guys. They employed Barbara. So that was nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
that's a long time no see.
Long time no see. We would like to catch up sometime, Henry.
Yeah, see, this guy's global, right?
I always said he's going to be here.
I knew that he's going to be in here.
Yep. Yana says, what an impressive team. Thank you for joining us today, Yana. We appreciate you as well. We got the head of the National Association of Home Builders. Nobody higher in the country of the United States than Greg Ugaldi when it comes to home building. He is the top dog. He actually is the guy that's been updating the president and vice president and everybody else on housing. So this is a terrific team, he was saying, Dave and Jen. So, Greg, good to see you. And he joins from Twitch. Come on, we're trying to reach the young people on Twitch. Trying to reach the young people on Twitch, and we found the youngest of them all, Greg Ugaldi. I love it. All right, we got George Ryman. Good morning from sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Good to see you, George. Hey, maybe we'll see you at Advancing Prefab coming up, huh? Let's see who else. We got Sean Cronin. Great presentation so far. Well, he must have wrote this earlier. So many keywords which I associate with a professionally managed volumetric modular facility. Sean, thank you so much for you commenting today.
It means a lot.
Thank you, Sean.
That means a lot.
We got Mr. Vin coming in from Alexandria, Virginia. So good to see you, Mr. Vin. Thank you for tuning in and watching. And we're about out of time here. We went a little bit longer, but listen, how do people reach out to you, Krzysztof? Like, so if they want to check out your companies, right? What's the best way to kind of see everything you're doing? Is it through the Bud Investment?
Yeah, I mean, through the group. So we represent, as a group, we represent the huge, let's say, pile of companies. But we're all joined together by IQ Bud Invest Group. So however you want to reach us, you can reach through the iqmodule.com or
budinvest-modular.com.
Exactly. So this is all one. We're creating the one website, like a landing page for all of us. So this is where we are actually getting all together at the moment. So we're going to be in the World of Modular next month at 28th. I have some presentation as well. So we're going to be all prepared then to clarify everything is going to be set for you guys in US mostly.
Yeah.
So basically, you can follow us on our websites, LinkedIn profiles, and at World of Modular.
And World of Modular, exactly.
That's right. I mean, and listen, you guys are open for business. You're working globally, projects in America, Canada, and other parts of Europe. But I'd be remiss if I didn't say congratulations for all the hard work that you have been doing, helping with the Ukrainian crisis. We have put a fund together that is working with IQ Module and the Polish Karate Federation and others to help donate and supply housing and food and medicine and protective gear, all of those things. So you can check that out. Jen will put it in the notes, Operation Triage. Please go there. And if you want to help them out, you guys have housed how many people so far? I mean, you've literally opened hotels to house people. It's a lot.
Yes. You know Bartek Klein, my partner. He has a hotel in Yantar with Mariusz Lenowski, my other partner. So we trying to help through the hotel there. It's about 360 people, as I recall, at the moment, being there actually, and plus over 500 people being supported by Polish and World Karate Federation. That's that we were actually transporting people from the border and giving accommodation in Gdańsk as well. So it's reaching 1,000 people actually at the moment. We are helping. It's easily with our money, actually not having any other support.
Yeah, and we've been helping out Droszcz Modular, who is right in Kyiv, Ukraine, in the heart of this, and they've been sending us videos. So just so everybody knows, 100% of the donations go. 100% of the donations do go to the people in need. Nobody in these organizations keeps a penny of that money, and that's what's so important about it. It's all going to help these families and these women and children and elderly, as well as the young people that stayed to defend their country. So we appreciate everything you're doing on this end, and we support you guys, all of you. You're doing amazing stuff. All right.
The world has changed a little bit,
Yeah, well, it's like anything else. We have each other's back in this industry, and that's what's so important, no matter what part of the world we live in. We're all doing it to build it better and build a better place and a better environment for everybody. So it's a shame that anything like this ever happens, but it is what it is. All right. So you're going to be at World of Modular. I will see you at World of Modular. I will also be at Advancing Prefabrication. Well, how do I get to both? Well, you'll see. It's called an airplane. I'll be jumping back and forth. I'm probably going to need more than one bottle of whiskey. But
you got it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saving World of Modular for my last stop, because I know what's coming with the Polish contingent. All right, listen, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure that you join us Friday for BS Friday with my good friend Mark Barenaked Willie, where we do nothing but talk about building science and how we build it better. So you definitely want to tune in for that. And the rest of you guys, Mateusz, thank you so much. Maddie, also Mateusz, thank you so much. Barbara and Krzysztof.
Thank you.
You guys were amazing. Don't go anywhere. I'll come back to you after the outro. Everybody else, we'll see you Friday at 1 p.m. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.
Thank you. Thanks
Bye.
for having us.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye.